Hey everybody, J.M. Mannion here, NPC News Online. We're here at the NPC Photo Gym. I am super excited because for the very first time ever, we have Angelica's husband here.
Oh! No! I was like, wow, he's making me feel so special.
And Angelica herself.
Yeah. So nice to be here. Okay, thank you. Now I feel special too.
No,
You're the best.
actually, Angelica has tried to come here a couple of times, but she didn't realize that this wasn't a real gym or like a turnkey type gym.
Yes.
You know.
I thought you can just come and like, hey, I'm Angelica, can
Right.
you come in? Can I pay and get inside?
Right. Yeah. So she realized when we say private gym, it is a private
Yeah,
gym.
super private.
But she's here, and she's going for the Olympia in a month.
Yes, 4 weeks out today.
Going for the three-peat, right?
Yes, I'm coming for the three-peat.
How you feeling?
Feeling great, feeling really, really good. Where I'm at right now, right on track, and feeling like that I'm gonna bring the package I want to. Very excited, very excited.
Now, you've had a very long break from competing.
Yes, for the first time.
Right.
Yes.
So how did that make you feel both mentally and physically?
Great. I think it was the best thing I done for my body. It was hard to step out of the Arnold,
Right.
as the Arnold champion, not be there to defend my title. But it proves right now that I start my prep for the Olympia. It proves that I was right. I was right to take that break, to take that time the whole year to rest my body, to travel. I traveled the world the whole year,
Right.
representing the FBB Pro League, the NPC, my sponsors. So, just being there for the sport, for all the bikini girls around the world, it was amazing. And I couldn't, enjoy and
Right.
keep the lifestyle, because some people ask me, like, oh, you travel, but how you do it? Because you don't train, you don't eat right? No, I always have my meals with me. When I travel for my sponsors, I make sure they get meals for me. Like if I'm in Dubai, I'll have my meals.
Right.
And I'll get to the gym, I'll train. So I was able to keep a great lifestyle the whole year.
Right.
And now that I start prepping, my body's just so fresh. It's just so fresh. So, I post a picture, some people like, oh my God, your body's changing so fast. And I really felt this way for this prep.
Right.
Like, no, of course, every prep is hard. It's not
Right.
never easy. So I'm working super, super hard, even harder. But I just, every week I see the body changing, and it's going like naturally.
Right. Now, in the past, I've seen where you had done appearances and different trips closer to the Olympia. Have you cut that back for this year? Like a little bit more staying grounded, staying home?
Yes. Last year too, I was traveling a lot. I was everywhere.
Right, but I mean, you were like even
four
like
weeks,
a,
four
right.
weeks out. I was like traveling somewhere and
Right.
doing appearance
Right.
and doing shows. But for this year, I was like, this is so important. You all know what it means to me. Being the Miss Olympia is my life today. So I was like, no, I'm gonna take from 5-6 weeks. No more. Like when I started my prep, to be honest, 12 weeks out, I stopped traveling.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
I didn't, I had some invitations to be at events, but I said, you know what, no, I'm just gonna focus on my prep. Only thing I'm gonna travel is to be here.
Right.
Because it's so easy, I drove here with my husband, so it's not stress, I got all my food with me.
Right.
It's easy. But other than that, just be on my bubble and focus 100%.
All right, so going into the contest this year, you could potentially tie the record. Does that play into your head, or is that just, if it happens, it happens?
It's one of my goals, to be the greatest champion in bikini. Not just to be, oh, she's the greatest champion, but to when I stop, when I retire, I want to leave a legacy.
Right.
I want to leave my name right in the sport, in the history of the sport.
Yeah.
And I think what I need to do to have that from years from now, it's well, she was the greatest, but what she done to get there? Where I came from, everything, everybody
Right.
knows that I came from Brazil. I got here many years ago, didn't speak any English. it's so many
Had blonde
people.
hair.
Yeah, had blonde hair, had to change so much, had to, like, I went from placing 16 at the Olympia to placing second and then winning. It wasn't easy.
Right.
And then, like, I don't want to just stop. Okay, she was a champion. I want to stop being like a great champion, so people always look up to my story. Not even for me.
Right.
No. They're gonna look up to my story like, wow, if she did it, I can do it too.
Right.
So that's my goal. That's my goal. Not to only tie, but to have the record.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have the record.
Yeah.
I mean, because a lot of those Olympia records, the multi-champions, I mean, it's difficult.
Yeah.
I
it
mean,
is.
to
not easy.
equal that or surpass it. I
Yeah.
mean, and it takes a lot of years too. And
Yes.
being that bikini is still relatively new, I mean, there's only been, X amount of champions, okay, and the only repeat champions so far have been you and Ashley,
Yes. Uh-huh. And she's amazing. She's all my respect. She's amazing.
I mean, if you look at the history of the Olympiad, all the other divisions, I mean, how tough is it going to be for anybody to equal what Flex Lewis did, right? Okay.
Oh my God.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody thought, well, when Arnold had 7, and then Lee Heaney finally came and got 8, and everyone's like, oh, nobody will ever beat that,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Then you had Ronnie Coleman, okay, equaled that. Phil is at 7 with Arnold.
Uh-huh.
You can even look at, figure. I mean, Nicole Wilkins has 4 of them.
4. Yes.
Right.
Uh-huh. The record.
Yeah, you looked at going back even to women's bodybuilding, the Miss Olympia, when Corey Everson had 6, and then Linda Murray got 8, and now Iris Kyle has 10.
10. Yeah.
So trying to be the benchmark for your division,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know if I get it, it'll be like, and then I'll retire, and someone will come, like with this goal, like,
Right.
but with respect, because I think when we go for a goal like this, you gotta keep the respect, like Ashley, she inspired me, like she's still an inspiration.
Right.
Of course, right? So when I retire, the girls are gonna be coming like, oh, I want to have the record. I want to be 4 times Olympia champion. I want to be 5 times Olympia champion.
Right.
They're gonna, they're gonna look at this like with a lot of respect and like, I wanna, not because they wanna be better than me, but because they want to follow my footsteps.
Right.
And of course, when they get there, of course, they want to
Of
get
course.
better.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, if that's not your goal as a champion,
Yeah.
to be the
As a
ultimate champion,
competitor, yes.
right,
Mhm.
then, you should be doing that. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that, and, like I said, this is a whole different prep for you this year, and it's not like you disappeared. I mean, I've seen her all kinds of places. She's been everywhere. I mean, in Brazil, at the Arnold Brazil, we were there,
Yeah.
right? I mean, all over the States, and I've seen you doing all this other stuff, and I've even said this to her, and I've said this, to people privately, but she is probably one of the best, if not the best, bikini champion representative for the IFBB Pro League we've ever had so far.
Thank you.
And that's not easy. It's
No.
not easy at all.
Yeah.
I mean, because like you said, you're here, you're there, your food may not be where you need it, or
Yeah.
the climate, get drinks, airlines,
Yeah.
canceled flights, hotels, right?
It is, yeah. It's easy to, like want to be in this position, like, oh, I'm the best in the world. But you gotta realize there comes a commitment with being Miss Bikini Olympia.
Right.
You represent a federation. I represent the IFBB Pro League today. I'm so proud of that.
Yes.
I represent the NPC, that is, my foundation.
Right.
I did 20 competitions with the NPC before turning pro.
Right.
So it's my job to represent. It's not my job like, okay, she's the Miss Olympia, relax the whole year, have fun,
Right.
the best in the world. It is a job. You
Right.
gotta be there. You gotta be there for. I feel when every competition I go, you saw
Right.
here, at the North Americans last year.
Right.
The girls, they really need some advice. They come to me, they hug me, they feel so happy,
Yeah.
know. And this for me is like everything. This love that I receive back is like everything. And when they have a question for me, I'm more than happy to answer,
Right.
to help, to be there for them. Because, like, I wish someone was there for me.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So when they come to me and they ask me questions, sometimes they call me in private. and they ask me questions like, oh, is this normal? Is this happening to you? I'm like, yeah.
Right.
We all normal. We all go through this. So I think they need to know, like, from someone that is a little higher than them, that we go through the same struggles. You know, we go
Yeah,
through the
but
same
the
things.
difference is they could be somebody that's higher than them, but also somebody that's as approachable.
Yes, yes.
That's the key.
Yeah, you
it's
gotta
like
be
it's like
approachable.
okay, so you've won the Olympia title. Now the job really starts.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
To represent the title for the next year, right?
Yes, that's right.
You know, and I say that because I know that you've said that.
When I stop,
Yeah.
the next champion they're gonna come can, you know, like do a job as good as I'm doing or even better.
Right.
Yeah, because this is what makes the sport grow, and makes every time more and more competitors come and say like, oh my God, I had a talk with the Miss Olympia. She's the best in the world. What she's doing, she's so down to earth. She's just
Right.
like me. So I can do this too. I can get there one day.
Well, that was like one of the things that we were talking about with you doing the practice you're posing. I mean, you're a month off from the Olympia.
Yeah.
You're not in contest shape.
No, not yet. 4
Yeah.
weeks,
But
yeah.
this is to show.
Almost there though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to show other competitors, whether they're amateurs or pros, that listen, you're in the
It's
same
a
places
process.
that they're in, right?
It's a process. I've told JM, I was like, yeah, we're not supposed to be ready right now, because
Right.
if we ready, like I start my prep just like you, like feeling, you know, taking progress pictures and like not even want to look at them, like
Right.
oh my God, it's so bad. And then every week it gets better and better and better. And at 4 weeks out, you're not supposed to be ready. You're supposed to be almost there.
Yeah.
Because I like to be ready like 1 week for sure. Like
Yeah.
peak week, you gotta be ready. I don't count on peak week to you
Right.
know, do the magic on peak week, because you gotta be ready a week before. But 2 weeks before is my goal. Every
Right.
you gotta get a little tighter. If you ready 4 weeks out, you might lose that, you know, that fullness, or you might not bring the same quality when it comes like those 4 weeks, because it's hard to hold the body.
Right.
Yeah, you
Right.
end up getting too depleted, too lean.
So let me ask you this question. In the past, the Bikini Olympia has always been split on 2 days. It would be Friday morning at the expo would be round 1, and then round 2 in the confirmation and scoring round would be Saturday night at the Orleans Arena. How do you feel this year that it's all one day now?
I feel so much better. I think it's a lot of less pressure on us athletes, because competing one day like Friday night, having to hold the condition for
You-
all the other day, nighttime.
Listen, your division had to hold it longer because you were on at like 10:30, 11 in the morning.
In the morning.
Okay, and you wouldn't get back on that stage till sometimes like 8 p.m. at night.
Yes.
Like with the Mr. Olympia, yeah, theirs is 2 days, but theirs it's Friday night, and then 24 hours later they're back Saturday night.
Yeah.
Your division had the longest stretch in between.
Yeah, I think like for the body, for the mind, you have to be, you know, like thinking about it, like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Like, you know, like the whole day from Friday morning to Saturday night, you don't know what's gonna happen. So a lot of stress, and also because the meet and greet is on Thursday night.
Right.
And like every year, like my first year, I didn't have anyone there for me, and then second year, so I feel I love when people come to talk to me.
Right.
Everybody knows that, how, you know, I'll take my time to talk.
So you're saying you like to talk? I never knew that.
Yeah, you never knew that. Look, we're talking here for probably 20 minutes already. So, you know, they come to me, and now I finally have a big line every
Yes.
Olympia. Like for the 2 last Olympias, they close at 9. I stay until like last one. I stay until like 10:30 p.m.
Right.
Like nobody was there. I was still there because I say no. I want to make sure that I take a picture with everybody.
Right.
So the stress of being like 10:30 p.m. there, taking pictures, standing, you know, on my feet. When I want to hold water.
And then 12 hours later, you're on
And
stage.
then from there straight to tanning, protein, and then go home, go to the hotel, get everything ready, and like waking up at 5 a.m. to do makeup.
Right.
So no rest. The biggest show of the year, the show
Right.
that we wait like the whole year to do, to look
Right.
our best. I felt that I was always like, oh my God, I think I'm holding a little bit water because I was on my feet, you know, like
Right.
late and getting things ready. So now this will give us like the whole Friday to rest,
Yeah.
to be, you know, because I like to do that one day before the show, stay on my bed, legs up,
Yeah.
and then really bring the best on Saturday. So it's
Right.
just a win-win, and I think it will be best for the public too.
Yeah.
So they all can come to watch us, just
Right.
one day. So they want to, because I feel that some people come for bikini for prejudging because it's easy at the expo, but now they really want to, they're
Yes.
gonna buy the ticket to watch bikini.
Right.
So this is great, and then they're gonna watch prejudging at the same day.
Right.
They can spend only one day in Vegas if they're going only for bikini.
Right.
I hope no. I hope they go all those days. But if if someone just is there to watch bikini, they go prejudging and then they watch finals. I think it'll be better for everybody.
Right. All right. So the last question, or I don't even know if it's a question. Let's talk about the rise of the international competitors, and there seems to be a lot of Brazilian pro bikini. I mean, last year's Olympia, out of the top 10, there were actually in the top 9, there were 4 from Brazil.
Yes.
The most there was more international competitors in that top 10 than there were USA competitors, is what it used to be before.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel as Miss Olympia, Miss Bikini Olympia, as like I know you live in the States, but you also represent Brazil, but how do you feel about these other competitors that are coming up behind you and they're looking at you? They also, they want to beat you, but do you feel a responsibility as the champion?
I do. I feel that they really, because they see where I came from. I came from Brazil, and they see that if I could do it, they can do it too. And all of them, like the girls that are competing like on the top with me,
Right.
they all came to me and thanked me. Like, thank you. Like,
Right.
you inspire me to be here today. So, knowing that, this is my journey, but you'll pass. And I want to leave this for someone really good to, take over. And it's
So
good.
what you're saying is once you retire, you want another Brazilian Bikini Olympia champion?
No, because all the Americans are amazing. I mean, I receive,
I was trying to trick her.
this feedback from all over the world, But not only for the Brazilians, like from Spain, from Italy. If you see my, my story on my Instagram,
Right.
people tag me from all over the world.
But it's
like
also
amazing.
interesting, of all the Bikini Olympia champions, they were either from the United States or from Brazil.
Yes.
It's just you and Natalia Melo.
me and Natalia Melo, so it's a good sign.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But looking at even at the Pittsburgh Pro this year, the top 2, even last year, top 2 were from Brazil, and you just go, and it seems like all of the top shows there are Brazilian bikinis.
I think it's because Brazil, the fitness is so big in Brazil. It's just number 1 here in US.
Yeah.
And then if you see bodybuilding, you go to Brazil, because Brazil, we are born and we grow up seeing, all the fit people at the beach, and we start
Right.
training very young. So bodybuilding is very big in Brazil. And now with the IFBB Pro League worldwide, with NPC worldwide, it makes it easier.
Yeah.
So more people competing. And I make sure that I always go to Brazil because it's my country. It's easier for me to go there.
Right.
But I also had this experience going to Spain, going to Dubai, even, place that they even can't compete, like
Right.
Dubai. And girls come to me and they thank me, they get
Yeah.
inspired. And every time I go to Brazil, I see the girls that are starting. They come to me and they thank me, and they like, Angelica, you are our example of someone that we want to follow the footsteps, someone that know how to balance off-season, real life, family, fitness, everything.
Well, does that put any extra added pressure on you, or you're just like, that's fantastic?
That's fantastic. That's
Yeah.
fantastic for me, because it's not pressure, because it's really who I am.
Yeah.
I don't fake. I go to events. If you see me on my off-season, I'll be heavier. But it's my lifestyle. I'm
Right.
not gonna be out of shape, but I really like my curves, you
Right.
know. So even like in Brazil, I went to Brazil for the muscle contest, and I offered to do a seminar free
Yeah.
for them, because I know it's hard in Brazil, like
Yeah,
with
right.
money to pay for everything. So I'm like, let me help the girls that are doing the show. So I called all the girls and we did the seminar. I was helping with the posing and everything. And they came to me. It was more rewarding for me than for them. Like,
Right.
they don't realize, but it
Right.
was. They came to me, they thanked me, and they were like, Angelica, you are real. We can see that you don't try to be like so skinny the whole year. You look healthy, you look beautiful, you look
Right.
curvy. we can see that you train, that you work hard, but it's unachievable.
Right.
It gives
Right.
us peace that we can be on contest shape and also be on off-season shape and love our bodies.
Right.
So I love that, I can pass this message.
Well, and it's good, like what I was saying about being an ambassador, because people get to see you and see that you don't look like you look on stage 24/7, 365.
No, it's not healthy.
Yeah, that's
And
just for
bikini is
this
supposed to be
amount of
healthy.
time, right?
Yeah. And bikini is healthy. Bikini is achievable. Bikini is a look that you can do this for the whole year. Of course, I eat clean the whole year, but I also eat French fries. I'll eat a burger. I'll eat ice cream. I'll enjoy things.
Right.
I'll enjoy life. I'll go out with my family and enjoy.
Right.
But it's a lifestyle. You gotta know how to balance things.
All right.
Have fun life.
So before we wrap this up, is there anything that you want to say to your Brazilian fans in Portuguese?
Oh,
Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
First, I want to thank everyone in US, all over the world, because love you guys. You guys have been amazing, following my journey, my YouTube. So many messages they sending, like pushing me, motivating me to keep going. So thank you so much, guys. I love you guys. And for all my Brazilians, gente, obrigada pelo carinho, obrigada por... Vocês são demais. Sempre, né, quando eu entro no palco e falo Estados Unidos, todo mundo sabe a minha história, de que os Estados Unidos que me deu o meu Procard, o Brasil negou naquela época, quando a gente ainda não era IFBB Pro League, quando a gente, né, ainda era diferente. Então eu represento os Estados Unidos, mas eu sempre carrego com muito amor o nome do meu Brasil. E ter o suporte de vocês aí comigo, todas as mensagens que vocês mandam todos os dias me ajudam muito. E eu fico feliz com cada menina, cada atleta que eu vejo tendo sucesso, se tornando profissional e crescendo no profissional. Então eu tenho certeza que o Brasil tem muito futuro nesse esporte. Quero dizer para vocês para não desistirem, eu sei que não é fácil, mas não desistam, porque ninguém pode falar para você que o seu sonho é grande demais. Você é capaz de conquistar o que você quer na vida, tá bom? Amo vocês.
All right, well, thank you for coming in. I'm so glad that you finally made it.
Yes?
And we're looking forward to, having you back here again and seeing you. Well, we'll see you in less than a month at the Meet the Olympians. But
yes.
seeing you in Vegas. And is there anybody else real quick you want to say thanks to?
Thanks to first the FBB Pro League, the NPC, you guys. Thank you for having me. You, President Emmanuel. I never, get tired of thanking him for, because of him I can do what I do today. And of course, my husband, this prep, he has been my number one. He always, he was always my number one supporter. But for this prep, he's doing everything with me. He's being a lot of less stress. And my coach, Coach Kimoro, he's, part of my journey for almost 4 years now. And he's always there, tweaking everything. We get together on a phone call. He say, do this. I say, okay, let's do this. We are like a team. He don't say do that and that's it. If I say what do you think if I try this and not that? He'll be like, okay, let's try that. So we work together.
Good.
It's very important as a coach. And all my sponsors get supplements like Oxiderm, Jet North, Buff Bikinis, Cheeks, Trifecta Nutrition. It's been amazing. And everyone that is on my journey, all the glitter gems.
Right.
Before I didn't have one. Now I have the whole list. So
That's good.
the support that I have is unbelievable.
Right.
So I want to thank everyone, and especially everyone that follows my journey and that supports me, because I know sometimes being the champion, I saw so many champions that everybody's like, oh no, she's, he's been there for a long time.
Right.
It's time for a new champion. I don't feel that. I thought it was gonna happen, people get tired of me on top.
Right.
But this year, I'm feeling even more support. So it's all from you guys. Thank you so much for believing in me, for believing that I can do this one more time. Let's do this.
All right, so we'll see you a little bit less than a month. We'll see you at the Meet the Olympians on Thursday night, and then on stage on all day Saturday. So,
Yes. Almost there.
Yes. So this is J.M. Mannion,
Angélica Teixeira.
and we're signing off.
If you want to follow my journey on social media, I'm on Instagram as Angélica HT, And I'm also on YouTube videos. I'm posting everything about my journey to the stage in 4 weeks to the Olympia. So every week I'm posting a video showing what I do, showing about my prep. So follow me there too, and also Facebook, Angélica Teixeira.